This is lesson 3-6 called Simple Interest, and it starts on page 180 of your workbook. This is example 1 on the top of page 180. And it says Victoria opens a savings account with a deposit, that means you're putting money in, of $300. She will earn 1.6% simple interest each year on her money. How much interest will she earn over 5 years, assuming she does not add or take out any money? So there are some vocabulary words that you need to be familiar with in this section. Simple interest, we're going to start with that. It is interest that is applied to the initial amount. And you can either earn simple interest, like if you have a savings account, or you can pay simple interest if you are paying things like loans, credit cards. Sometimes that gets into compound interest, but those are the kinds of things I'm talking about, is you're going to be paying extra because you're borrowing money. Second, the initial amount is called the principal. That's the money we're going to start with or we're talking about. And then we have an interest rate, which is a percent used to calculate the interest. All right, so it looks like we are going to use the percent equation again. Now they're going to use different words, but I think we can just go like this again. Part equals percent times whole. So we are going to have 1.6% living right here. We are going to have the whole amount right there. And we're going to multiply those two things together. They're on the same side of the equal sign. So 1.6% times 300 is 480, but that's only for 1 year. So on the next slide, we're going to tweak this formula just a little bit. All right, on the last slide, we figured out that you were going to earn $4.80, or Victoria is going to earn $4.80 every year for 5 years. And so they multiplied that, and overall she's going to earn $24 in interest. Now I told you I thought we could probably tweak this a little bit, our fill in the blank. Instead of the part, we're going to call that the interest, I. The percent, we're going to call the rate, R. The whole, we're going to call the principal, P. And if you remember, we multiplied those together, but then we had to then take it times 5 years. So this is going to be time. So we took our equation, and since we're doing it for more than 1 year, we just multiplied by time at the very end. So I might be talking about this formula, where I take interest equals the rate times the principal times the time. This is the try it on the bottom of page 180. Victoria has another account at the bank that pays 2.5% interest, simple interest. How much interest will she earn in 8 years with an initial deposit of $250, assuming she neither adds to nor withdraws from the account? So I'm not going to use their boxes. I'm going to use our new and improved format. The interest is going to be the percent times the principal times the time. Remember, this is called a rate. All right, so let's start filling things in. 2.5%. Principal, 250. And 8 years, because all of these things are on the same side of the equal sign, I can just multiply them together. 2.5% key times 250 times 8 will give us a grand total of $50 earned in interest. This is example number 2 on the top of page 181. And it says that Maya's older sister got a loan to buy a used car for $3,400. And we want to know what is the interest rate on the loan. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get some more information. It says $8.50 in interest every month. Now that's going to be important because we're talking years when it comes to loans. So our very first step is to figure out how much it is per year. So they took the $8.50 times 12 to get interest of $102 in a year. All right, now I'm going to use my new and improved format. We're going to put the interest there, the rate, the principal, and the time. So my interest is $102. I don't know my rate, but I know 3,400 goes right there. And we're talking about 1 year. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and recopy this in yellow over here. I had a 102 on the left. I had an equal sign. I had some percent that I'm not sure what it is. And let's put these together. 3,400 times 1 is 3,400. Now that looks a lot like something we know what to do with. The opposite of multiplying by 3,400 is dividing by 3,400. That'll cancel, and that will give me my percent. What I do to one side, I need to make sure to do to the other. So I'm also going to divide by 3,400, but wait. Remember, they asked for a percent, so I have to go that one extra step times 100, and I'm going to end up with 3%. Now, there's a lot of steps here, and sometimes you have to go through it pretty slowly and just think about what you're doing. This is the try it on page 181. And it says another company will lend Maya's older sister $4,000. Every month she will pay $11.88 in interest. What is the interest rate rounded to the nearest 1/10% for 1 year? All right, so we're going to use our new format. So this is going to be the interest equals the rate times the principal times the time. So let's go ahead and fill in what we know. So we know the principal is $4,000. We know she's going to pay $11.88 in interest every month. So let's think about this for a minute because we want a year. So $11.88 every month for a year. So times 12 is $142.56. It's really important that you read your labels carefully. And then we want 1 year. 1 year. Okay. So I can go ahead and multiply those together. I'm still going to have $142.56 on the left, an equal sign in the middle, I don't know, and 4,000 times 1 is 4,000. Now I'm going to solve this. My numbers are divided by the equal sign, so I am going to divide by 4,000. If I do it to one side, I must do it to the other. This cancels, and my percentage is going to be whatever this is, and remember to multiply by 100. So when I did that on my calculator, I ended up with this number, 3.564. But again, reading, oh my goodness, reading is hard sometimes. We have to round to the nearest 1/10 of a percent, so we're going to cut it with only one decimal place. 3.5 or 3.6. Those are my two options, and this is actually going to round to 3.6%. So the calculations aren't very hard because you get to use a calculator. But you have to think carefully about all the bits and pieces to make it all fit together. This is example number 3 on page 181, about halfway down the page. Jake opened a savings account that earns 1.5% interest. Jake estimates that, assuming he neither adds to nor withdraws from his account, he will earn $240 in interest after 10 years. And how much did Jake deposit when he opened the account? Now, your book is going to walk you through 1 year, but I'm not sure we have to do that. I think we can probably just do it with the information that we have. I think the other way of doing it might confuse you a little bit. So the interest equals the rate times the principal times the time. So let's start filling in boxes. $240 in interest, 10 years, and my rate is 1.5%. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit. I have 240 on the left, an equal sign in the middle. If I take 1.5% times 10, 1.5% times 10 is 0.15. And then remember, I didn't know what the principal was. Now this looks very much like something we can deal with. So the opposite of multiplying by 0.15 is dividing by 0.15. This cancels. And if you use your calculator and you take 240 divided by 0.15, you will get a principal of $1,600, which is the answer. All right, so this is the try it on the very bottom of page 181. So we have Caitlin's older brother is borrowing money for school. He took out a loan that charges 6% simple interest. He will end up paying $720 in interest after 6 years. And we want to know how much did Caitlin's brother borrow for school. So I think we can start filling in the interest equals the rate times the principal times the time. So let's fill in some boxes. Interest, right there, $720. Time, right there, 6 years. And we also have 6%. Okay, so let me clean this up a little bit. I have 720 on the left, an equal sign in the middle. If I were to take 6% times 6, 6% times 6, that would give me 0.36, and remember, I don't know the principal. All right, this looks very much like something we can deal with. My numbers are divided by the equal sign, so we're going to divide to solve my answer. The opposite of multiplying by 0.36 is dividing by 0.36. And when you take a calculator and you take 720 divided by 0.36, you will get a principal of $2,000. This is your key concept on the top of page 182. So simple interest represents a proportional relationship between the yearly interest and the principal or initial amount. The ratio of yearly interest to principal is called the interest rate. And I feel like if we can just fill in our blanks, rate times principal times time, and we think carefully about when we're going to multiply, when we're going to divide, I think we're going to have no problem with simple interest.